Hi everyone, so I'm on call for cardiology this week and let me just show you what I'm wearing. Sorry. Okay, so you can't really see all of me, but this is what I look like under my white coat. I have a blouse on, some pants from Forever 21, and then these shoes are also from Forever 21. So on this side I have my stethoscope, and then on this pocket I have my phone, my little notebook, my bullet journal, and then I also have some chapstick and always like a little bar just in case I get hungry. And then up here I have 2 pens and a highlighter. So yeah, but if I'm not wearing this, then I'm usually in this. So on days where I know that I have to go into the cath lab, then I'll wear scrubs under my white coat. And yeah, and then just some Nike shoes, and that's about it. Now I'm just going to take you on a little adventure of what the hospital looks like. Some of the rooms that you might have not seen before, but I spend a lot of time in. So yeah, let's go. Hi everyone, welcome back. So this month I'm still on cardiology, but this week I'm on call. And what that means is that whatever your preceptor does, you do. So if he's at the hospital, if he's seeing new consults, then or he or she, then that's what you would be doing. How my schedule works, usually I come into the hospital around 8 o'clock and there's either a meeting or we table round, and this rotation is easier in that sense because I didn't have to pre-round like my surgery rotation. During surgery, I remember when I was on call, I would have to come in, or even in general, I would have to come in at like 4:30, 5 o'clock to pre-round on my patients, like see the patients myself, and then report back to him during table rounds. This preceptor doesn't have me doing that. He just has me come in around 8 o'clock. We go through all our patients and then we go round on all our patients. So some other things that a cardiologist does during an on-call kind of situation are TEEs, and that is a Transesophageal Echocardiogram. And what an echocardiogram is just like an ultrasound of your heart, where so most of you know what an ultrasound of the baby is. Well, ultrasound of the heart is called an echocardiogram, and you can go transthoracic or through the mouth is transesophageal. So we did some of that. I also got to go and see the cath lab. He does a lot of caths. My physician was actually trained in Britain, and so he goes through the arteries in the arm to do the cath and all that stuff. So it was really cool to watch. So an interesting case that I actually saw in the hospital was endocarditis and sepsis. So this patient came in with sepsis and at another hospital, and they gave him antibiotics for it, but it didn't really cover the bacteria that was causing his infection. And so about a week later, he was getting short of breath and difficulty walking shortened distances without feeling fatigued and stuff. So he went back to the hospital and he was in sepsis, and they had to put him in the ICU. And later we found vegetations on his heart valves, on his mitral and aortic valve. And then we did a transthoracic echocardiogram. And so this guy really needed surgery. He was going from septic shock into cardiogenic shock. So lots of acute cases, but also lots of not so acute cases. I thought this was a really good rotation to tell the difference between like pulmonary and cardio stuff, because lots of other physicians will contact the cardiologist and would say, hey, you know, there's a bump in this patient's troponin levels and we needed to consult you. And it's hard because what a bump in troponin is just your heart is working. There's some sort of damage to the heart muscle, but you can do that by running a marathon. You can get that by having COPD exacerbation, and the right heart has to pump against this increased pulmonary pressure. And so it was cool to tell that, like, I can see different scenarios and when an elevated troponin level was concerning and when it was not. So yeah, that's been my experience with on-call so far. So this past week was also the MD match. For those of you who know, I did the AOA match and I matched into family medicine at my #1 pick for location-wise, and I'm really happy about that. But I'm also wanting to share what specialties some of my other classmates matched into for this MD match, because you guys were interested. So I made a video previously on the AOA match and the certain specialties that my classmates matched into, and I'll link it right up here. And so these are my friends who applied to the MD match. So we have anesthesiology, psychiatry, anesthesia, family medicine, PM&R, family medicine, PM&R, family medicine, pediatrics, internal medicine, pediatrics, emergency medicine, psychiatry, surgery, pediatrics, OBGYN, neurology, family medicine, pathology, radiology, and anesthesiology. And then there's also some of my friends who matched into preliminary years. And what that is that if you are going into specialties such as ophthalmology or even specialties like radiology, they want you to do a preliminary year before you can actually do the residency spot. So 3 of my friends matched into that. So I just wanted to say that I am so proud and so happy for all my friends and all my classmates who matched into their desired specialty. And I don't know, it just makes me so happy every time I think about it. I just have a smile on my face. So congratulations to them, and congratulations to all my other friends that matched into their residencies. I made a video recently between the difference between MDs and DOs. I'll link it here. And a lot of people were upset that they felt that I didn't portray a very unbiased picture with specialties between MDs and DOs. A lot of people were saying that statistically, MDs match into more competitive specialties like anesthesia or radiology and things like that. And I just want to say that yes, that may be true. But just from my class alone, like you can see 3 people matched into anesthesia. I think 1 in radiology, 1 in pathology, and those are all competitive specialties. It's not that just because you become a DO doesn't mean that these are things that are closed, or these specialties are closed off to you. And just to give you a sense, it's not like 1 in a million chance that you're going to become an anesthesiologist. It's just, this is like 3 of my classmates out of 130 people. For me, I personally feel that success is defined in so many ways. So the reason why you may want to go into medicine may be totally different than the reasons why I chose to go into medicine, and that's totally fine. Everyone's definition of success and happiness are different, and that's fine. So the reason why I started this YouTube was to originally the reason why I started this YouTube was to share my experiences with my friends so we can keep in touch. And the further I got along, I wanted to share my experience with you and hopefully give you a sense of what medicine can be like and what a life in medicine can be like. Doesn't necessarily mean that this is the only way what medicine looks like. I want to inspire you to pursue your dreams, to do the things that make you happy and that brings you joy, and to discover yourself as a person, what you hold dear and what is important to you, to educate yourselves or to learn a little bit more about medicine. I'm not here to tell you what's right and what's wrong, what's better. Those decisions are up to you. So yeah, that's all I really have to say. I hope you enjoyed this video. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. You know I always answer your questions. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe to my family, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.